Hey guys, how are you all? Welcome to My Way Tarot. So this will be a new love reading for the collective. This will not be sign specific, but I will let you know of the zodiac signs as we go throughout the reading. So this could be for yourself or for your love interest, the one that's on your mind. So please use your own sense of discernment with the messages that come through, and please do not force of anything to fit. So if the messages that come through do not necessarily resonate, then please do not force them to fit, okay guys? So this will be a timeless reading as well, guys. It's not necessarily when I post this video that there could be messages in here for you. So if you do happen to see this at a later date, then there could still be messages in here. So we're just using this deck today. This is the Muse Tarot. So let's get into the reading, shall we? Angels of Love and Light. You get clear and concise messages for new love, for the collective. What are they needing to know at this period of time? Please and thank you with the messages regarding new love. Please and thank you. Just cutting up the deck for you now. We'll get into this. As I'm posting this, we're currently in Gemini season, so happy birthday, Gemini. If you happen to see this at a later date, then happy belated birthday to you, okay? So let's get into this, shall we? What can we please get for new love? For new love, for the collective. What do they need to know about new love? What's going on right now? Oh, wow, okay. So, a lot, apparently. Beautiful. We have the 10 of Materials, which is the 10 of Pentacles. The Knight of Voices, which is the Knight of Swords. And we have the Muse of Voices, which is the King of Swords. Fascinating. Bottom of the deck, we have Temperance, which is Sagittarius energy. So we have Gemini, we have Libra, Aquarius, we have Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn coming through very strongly. And obviously with the Knight of Swords, I find it so fascinating that it was very swiftly that the cards came out. It's like all of a sudden. So maybe something is happening all of a sudden and it's going to take you by surprise. Maybe there's a conversation that's getting ready to happen between you and I'm hearing a crush. Okay, so some of you may be moving towards someone, or they're definitely moving towards you and saying, look, how about we just kind of sit and talk things through? So some of you with this new love, you actually have a little bit of past history with this person. And I feel you've been quite patient about getting together and talking things through. Yeah, with the 6 of Materials, I feel like there's been the wanting and the yearning or the longing for something that is more balanced in a partnership with the 6 of Materials. I'm getting the sense of this person is wanting to give to you. I'm hearing more than what they gave before. So a lot of you are dealing with someone who could have come across as a little bit cold, a little bit nonchalant, maybe for some of you avoidant. This person could actually be someone who's very much more in their head, okay? They feel emotions quite strongly, but they may not necessarily know how to convey them in, I'm getting the best way possible. But I feel like this person is actually very serious when it comes to a connection with you, and that they're wanting something more long-term after a period of time where this person could be fiercely independent, I'm hearing, okay? So this person may be a single parent. They may have gone through a breakup, a separation, or a divorce. Or for some of you, this person could have been, I'm getting widowed, okay? So they may have had a partner who unfortunately transitioned, and they may have been trying to get to grips with re-establishing their stability in their home life with their family. And so therefore they may have preferred to be alone for a significant amount of time until they felt ready to be able to put themselves back out there and to be open to the idea of dating again. So I feel like that's quite a specific message for someone, but that's a message that's coming through. if that's not necessarily the case, whereby someone has been grieving of a passing to do with a loved one, then I'm getting the overall impression that this person just could have a lot on their plate, or they have done, or they've gone through potentially something legal to do with their finances, or to do with a home, okay? And they may have had to get lawyers involved, or they've had to go to court, or potentially they've had to get a new written agreement sorted to do with their home, or they've had to sell a home or relocate. And so maybe this person has just not found or felt kind of emotionally secure enough to be able to date or put themselves out there, or to be fully emotionally available, because they've had other priorities to do with obviously their children, or following through with certain documentation, or moving, or I'm just seeing loads of boxes everywhere. So someone could be actually unpacking a load of boxes right now, okay, to move to somewhere else, or they've just moved in somewhere. This could be you or this person, and they're just trying to get settled before they move forward with a connection. But look, Muse of Emotions, yeah, I was getting that very strongly. This person feels a lot, but they kind of keep themselves in a mode, I'm hearing, like in a mode of just being completely focused in getting to a particular destination before allowing love to come in. But I feel with this King of Cups wanting to show through, Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces, this person has a more sensitive side to them, and they do genuinely want love in their life. And I feel like they feel deeper for you, but they may have not let you know of this. They haven't most likely communicated this to you. I feel like this person is going through some sort of journey right now, okay, with mastering their emotions and mastering their thoughts. They could be someone who I'm hearing analysis paralysis for some reason, okay? I feel like it's taken them a lot to get to this point where they're open to love, because potentially I'm getting this overall impression that they may have been done dirty by someone in their past, and so therefore it's taken a lot of courage, I'm hearing, for them to come forward and express themselves. Yeah, look at that with the 5 of materials. So yeah, they've been done dirty at some point. We have the 10 of materials, and then we have the 5. So somebody may have looked like they had this previously with someone, and then they found out some sort of awful news, and they've been very hurt. And then they've been more in their kind of Knight of Swords, King of Swords energy, when actually they're quite a sensitive soul here with this King of Emotions. And so therefore they've been in this place of the 5 of Pentacles, struggling with confidence or self-esteem and insecurities, and most likely a huge dip in their finances, or they lost half here if they did go through a breakup, a separation, or a divorce, and there was something legal involved, and they've been trying to get back to this 10 of materials again. So they could have been dealing with someone who was codependent in their past, okay, and they may bring this up to you. I feel like they've actually completely cut ties with someone from their past, if they were romantically involved with a karmic partner or a karmic ex, okay? But if they do have children with this person, then I'm ultimately getting, obviously, they're trying to co-parent with this person, so that they can bring, you know, their child or their children up in the best way possible. And so therefore they've had to set very firm boundaries with this person so that they don't, I'm hearing the words, encroach on their personal space, okay, or interrupt a connection if they were to get involved with someone new. So I feel ultimately this person is very serious about getting into a new connection with you. Look, we have the King of Wands showing through, Muse of Inspiration, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. So this person lost their spark, okay? They may have felt like they lost their sense of self. And this person is a really bubbly, outgoing person, quite an extrovert, very creative. But I feel like they've had their light dimmed at some point, and this person is trying to get over not being so defensive when they're asked personal questions about their past, and to be more of an open book, but an open book to the right people, okay? Obviously, this can all be switched around, so therefore I could be reading for you or your love interest, so just take it as it may. But this person is very serious about wanting something stable and committed in their life and having a family, okay, if they haven't got a family. But I'm feeling predominantly this person has their own family, as in their own children. Or maybe you do and they're wanting to blend, or they're definitely serious about having children with you. If not necessarily having children, then I'm getting pets, okay? So fur babies, that type of thing. Yeah, look at this. King of Wands coming out again. We have 3 kings coming through now. So this person has definitely done a lot of growth, okay? A lot of work on themselves, taken the time to heal. This is someone who is mastering themselves, okay? This person is coming across as very established. This person is showing as very mature, or very much getting that way. But they've not got to this point in their life, you know, through learning in books. They've got it through actual life experience, which has definitely been very hard on them. But I feel ultimately it's been necessary. And I feel like if this person was to look back, yes, they would be quite sad about the things that happened. But ultimately, I feel like they would be grateful for what they have now, because at least they're still not in an old cycle that doesn't resonate with them anymore, and they can pursue what they genuinely want out of their life and feel kind of free to a certain extent. And this person is wanting to be free. Yeah, look at that with the awakening, Sagittarius energy. You see how this person is kind of looking up into the ethers. They have that kind of thought of like, well, do you know what? I see everything clearly for what it is now. I'm assessing my past. What do I want in my present, and how is my future going to look? And this person is really kind of taking it upon themselves to take action, to really push themselves to where they want to be. So this person is very much in their masculine energy, okay? Now I'm reading energy rather than gender or sex, because we have masculine and feminine within all of us. But I feel particularly this person could be a masculine, or they're just very much in their masculine energy right now, okay? Yeah, but look, with the 10 of Voices, there has been a lot of pain here from their past. But they haven't got to this point, okay, without going through all of this with some sort of betrayal from their past, okay? So 10-10 could be significant. So someone's gone from the 10 of Swords, of feeling like everything is against them, to then getting to the 10 of Materials. So the 5 of Pentacles, the 5 of Materials, and the 10 of Swords, to now the 10 of Materials, and showing up as pretty much 3 kings, okay? So when this person talks to you, they may come across in night energy, and I feel ultimately they're kind of keeping these kind of to the side as of right now, because they want to get to know you. I feel ultimately this person is not rushing into anything whatsoever. They're taking their time. This person is not necessarily going to be interviewing you about what it is that you're wanting to do with your life, okay? You know how like you go to an interview and they say, oh, what would you like to do or be in 5 years' time? I don't think that's necessarily the case, but I feel like this person, if they are going to be letting you know of what they want out of their life, they hope that you're going to be of the same, you're gonna be of the same as you're gonna let them know, the same sort of expression, okay? So if you have been hurt from your past with what you've gone through, and you open up to them, then they will most likely open up to you as well. I'm getting conversation and communication as everything. And I'm getting honest communication. This person is going to be very honest with you. Okay. 7 of emotions. That's really fascinating. Yeah, okay. Brilliant. I love the fact that this came out with the death card. Okay. Scorpio energy. So yes, this person absolutely is going to be very straightforward and to the point. And they're going to let you know what's what. So if there has, for some of you, been any confusion with the 7 emotions, okay, about what is or what isn't going on with this person, they are not going to be giving you kind of hot and cold answers, I'm getting, or mixed messages. This person is ending a cycle in their life of, I'm getting this overall impression of like someone kind of not being fully truthful about things, okay? So that could be something that's happened in their past. There could have been lies or not necessarily a full transparency with whoever they've been dealing with, and everything was a bit foggy. I feel that this person with this death energy is not going to be like that anyway, in any way or with anyone anymore, because I feel ultimately they may have communicated with others and only kind of said so much, but I feel like ultimately, because they've done of this, they've had their energy matched by others and they've done of the same thing, and then they found out pieces of information was actually quite painful and quite hurtful from other people, and then they've had the realization, the epiphany, that they were doing exactly the same thing. So it's like the pot calling the kettle black type of thing, like the sense of being a hypocrite. And so therefore this person's like, right, okay, well, I'm just going to say it as it is now. I'm not going to be doing of this omission of the truth and half-truths and any of this. I'm just going to, say it as it is, because I would want someone to reciprocate with that same energy, okay? Yeah, like I said to you, it caused problems in the past with the 5 of Wands, the 5 of Inspiration, which is to do with drama and chaos. And now, with the Justice card, and with them changing their thought process, balance has come into play. So yeah, Justice came in, whereby, wrongs are getting righted. This person wants to right any wrongs, okay? See, I was getting a bit tongue-tied there. So somebody could be still trying to work through with how they want to communicate with you, and they get kind of caught up with their words sometimes. I feel like this person knows exactly what they want to say to you, but it's the sense, I'm hearing the delivery, because this person doesn't want to hurt you, and they don't want to upset you by kind of saying something and then it getting kind of the wrong end of the stick, like miscommunication. Like this person would hate that. I'm also getting with the 7 of Cups energy in the Death card. If this person was dealing with other options, as in they were dating quite a few people, casually or whatever, this person is ending that. Okay, so for instance, they went through something very painful and then they kind of, casually dated people. Things got confusing and they may still have options, but I feel like they're only interested in a strong connection with you. They want a connection or a proper commitment with you. I'm hearing marriage with you. So this person is hoping that you'll be honest and open about whether you're dating other people, and whether you want to be exclusive, and they will be telling you of the same as well. Yeah, the Emperor, Aries energy. This person is serious. This person wants to be, a husband or a wife or a future spouse, and they hope that you will be of the same. This person is going to go through a dramatic transformation, or they are going through a dramatic change right now, whereby they've been single, they've done the whole thing from experience, where they've, had the house and the children and the marriage potentially or whatever, and then they've been single for a while. I'm getting like the sense of being streamlined, like only focusing on their career or their work, or I'm hearing academic pursuits. So some of these people could be in academia, but doesn't necessarily have to be. I'm also getting this person potentially could be a boss or a leader, or someone who is taking a lot of responsibility in their day-to-day life, in a personal manner, but also professional manner with the Emperor. This is divine masculine energy coming through as well. So some of you could be dealing with a divine counterpart. Yeah, look at that with the Two of Materials, Two of Pentacles. This person has a lot on their plate, or they're always on the go, but they're realizing that they are actually wanting to make a love relationship, a committed love relationship, and they are serious about it. You know, now and again they kind of think, or maybe I should carry on being single, but I feel ultimately the reason this person may think that to themselves is because there's the sense of fear about being in a long-term commitment to a certain extent. And I feel that ultimately stems from, you know, I'm getting the word scared of, if they were to get into something again, there's the repercussions of something happening like it did before and history repeating itself. But I feel like that's ultimately not the case. I feel like this person's gone through a big karmic cycle in their life and they've closed it out. They've taken a considerate amount of time to look within themselves and heal. And they're actually a lot more ready than they believe that they are for something where they can settle down and be with, I'm hearing, the love of their life. So this person is someone who is wanting something stable. Yeah, look at that with the Hermit, Virgo energy. This person has been through a spiritual awakening, most likely. I'm hearing dark night of the soul. This person could have been battling with their ego and their higher self, I'm hearing. So this person may also have had to go through what they've gone through to have the realization that, yes, it's important to have things materially, but then at the same time, it's important to be able to focus on healing of our emotions, okay? And trauma and things that we've been through in our lives, and become the better versions of ourselves, rather than kind of repeating cycles over and over again. Yeah, in the 3D, with the Three of Materials wanting to show through, this person wants to build with you. And I feel like they've had to cut their circle down, okay, their social circle, because there may have been people who weren't necessarily team players, okay? They weren't really there to assist them. But look, the people who are meant to be in their life are in their life as of right now, with the Six of Emotions, the Six of Cups, the Four of Inspiration, which is the Four of Wands. Then we have the Six of Inspiration, Six of Wands, the Hanged Muse, which is Pisces energy, and the Fool, Aries energy. And then we have the Moon, wow, Pisces energy, and then the Sun and the Moon together. This is absolutely gorgeous. So definitely a strong soulmate connection here, past life connection, or a twin flame. Definitely getting ready to have a new beginning after a very painful third party situation for some of you that left you in stress, or you both in stress. And so therefore justice is coming in, and there's some sort of order after all the chaos that there may have been to do with this connection, or whatever has been going on around yourselves in one way or another, with other areas of your life or your lives. I feel ultimately this person here, with this 1111 card, a lot of you are dealing with a twin flame, or just a very high level soulmate. I'm also getting, for some of you, you may have a choice between a high-level soulmate, someone you may feel a past life connection to, or your divine counterpart. There could potentially be 3 or 4 different types of people, maybe even 5 for some of you coming in, okay? And they all bring something else to this connection. And I feel that it would be down to you to take it upon yourself to really think through about what's most important for you and at this time in your life, and, you know, what it is that you truly value out of a love relationship. Because I'm not necessarily getting this impression that there's a specific person that's coming forward and they're like, oh no, you should could completely ignore or, you know, count that person out. I feel like if there's up to 5 people that are thinking of you at this time, then I feel like they're all very different in their own way and want to show you how they feel about you in their own way. And they're all relatively good catches here, especially if they're all coming forward in, you know, Emperor and King energy predominantly. You know, these people are not messing around. These people are, you know, ones that you can actually rely on. So I feel you don't see it yet, but there's going to be a lot more playful energy coming in for you. You could be getting ready to have brand new opportunities thrown your way, fresh starts. You could be moving yourself, or you could be thrust into the spotlight, I'm hearing, in one way or another, to do with your career or your work or certain projects that you may not be expecting after a period of stagnancy. I'm also getting that some of you could be receiving a lump sum of money that's going to help you if you're not necessarily wanting to move. You could be redecorating your home, or you could be throwing a big party, or you could be invited to more parties. And that also could be an indication of where you may meet this kind of new love, or bump into this person that you have history with and it's a reconciliation and there's a rekindling of a love. Or you may work with this person, or you've worked with them in the past. Or if you've not worked with them, then you may have known them from childhood, or you studied with this person. So you may have gone to college or university. I'm also getting the overall that for some of you, you could be dealing with someone who's actually been like a higher up to you. If you have worked together, they could have even been your boss, or they could have been a supervisor, or someone that you had to kind of go to, like a line manager of sorts. And so therefore, you know, there hasn't been the mixing with business and pleasure in the past. But I feel ultimately there is someone who, not necessarily just someone, there are quite a few people that are interested in wanting to collaborate, but you actually may need to take some time to gather your thoughts so that you in yourself don't get too overwhelmed by the people that are kind of pursuing you right now, because there's a difference between someone pursuing you and someone that's interested in you. Someone that's interested in you is kind of sitting on the sidelines, kind of looking and admiring you. But someone who's in pursuit of you is someone who is taking considerate action because their thoughts have told them to take action, and so therefore they feel like it's right to do so, and they're going to do this. But there are people that, even from your past, who you may have lost touch with, who are thinking about you, who are reminiscing on good times from the past, having that sense of nostalgia, wanting to be around in your life, and also considering that if they were to open up, would you be interested in having something more with them? But there's a lot of what ifs in people's minds right now as to whether they approach you or not. So there may be a sense of urgency with some of these people, or a person in particular, to come forward because they may feel like, wow, this person is obviously a catch, and they evidently have people who are kind of around them at this time. I'm hearing the word swarming. I'm getting like bees to a honeypot. So yeah, you could be looking good and smelling good and really kind of feeling yourself at this time. You know, you may have changed up your wardrobe. You could be focusing more on your health. Maybe you are coming into potentially a lump sum of money, or you're gifted money, or what have you. And so therefore, you know, life is getting good, or it's starting to feel good right now, and you're coming across as incredibly attractive at this time, which is obviously amazing. But yeah, so we pretty much, guys, have all signs here, okay? So all signs, but 7s, 6s, 3s, 4s, 10, 10 could be hugely significant. I'm also getting 222. You could be seeing those numbers as well. But that's going to be the end of the reading. But I hope you have enjoyed this reading as much as I've enjoyed reading for you today. If you have enjoyed this reading and you did fancy supporting myself and the channel, there are donation links now available. So thank you so much to those of you who've already donated. I greatly appreciate you guys. Even if you do not financially donate, a great way to energetically donate is to like, share, subscribe, comment down below, and I'll get back to you guys on those comments. So thank you all so much. If you haven't already, I would greatly appreciate it if you can hit the notification bell so you guys get an alert as to when I post another video for you, as I wouldn't want you guys to miss out on any future updates or videos on the channel. And last but not least, if you are interested, I will have a link in the description box below for memberships. And I just want to say thank you so much to those of you who have purchased memberships. This does mean a great deal, so thank you. But have a wonderful week. Sending love and light your way, many blessings, and please take care of yourselves. Bye guys.